Zok the Gemara. Today's daf is Masechtas Nedarim Daf Lamed Zayin. So we are the fifth line from the bottom. So the Gemara is bringing down the halacha the Mishnah said that if someone's moidar anam chavera, he's allowed to. Mishnah said malamdei medrash halachas v'agadas avaloy lamdenu mikra. He's allowed. Someone asks his friend in hana to have an from him. He's allowed to teach him medrash, halachas, and agadas. However, he's not allowed to teach him psukim, mikra. So the Gemara, mikra, my time loyalam. Then why is he not allowed to teach him? Mishum kamahani lechayr is giving him ano with the fact that he's teaching him for free. So if he's reflecting Gemara, medrash shanami kamahani. What's the difference? Medrash is also giving him ano. He's teaching him medrash. Why is that mutter? So Gemara, Shmuel says a makam shenoitlin sachar ala mikra. The Mishnah is talking about a place where it's normal to charge for teaching mikra, and therefore if he teaches him for free, he's again giving him ana, and it's aser. But it's not a place where people charge to teach medrash, and therefore there's no hana, because either way there's no schar on this limud, so he's not giving him anything that would cost him money normally. And the fact that he's having ana itself from that's a material from the learning, that's not a problem, that's mutter because mitzvah lahanasenu. For Gemara, my pascha. My pascha. What's epis the Mishnah takachapt on this case that we're saying that it's a place that is normal lito schal mikra v'loyal medrash on halachis. Why was the Mishnah talking about such a place? Zok the Gemara, kamash malon, the Tana's come and tell you chiddush. The fact that it chapped on this oven, even a place where it takes schar on teaching Torah and they don't teach for free. Ala mikra shar lemishgal. On teaching mikra chumash, it's mutter to take schar. Ala medrash lo shar lemishgal. It's come and tell you in general that you're allowed to charge somebody to teach mikra, but you're not allowed to charge to teach medrash, and therefore the person the mother could teach the mother medrash because you're never allowed to charge for that. So Maishna medrash to like siv. What's the difference between medrash and mikra? The Gemara wants to know. So Maishna medrash to like siv. So it says in the pasuk in. It says in the pasuk that the Gemara is going to bring down the drasha that it's usher to charge for teaching Torah, because it says a pasuk in Devarim Parak Dal pasuk Dal that Hashem commanded Moshe to teach Yidden Torah. And it says another pasuk there, and from the words kasher tzivani, it's mashma that Moshe Rabbeinu had a specific tzivui on limud Torah, and it's mistaver that tzivui was they're supposed to teach them without charging. And the Chum Darshan, Chazal Darshan, ma'ani b'chinam, just like Moshe taught them b'chinam. Afatem nami, you also should teach other people without charging. So then, why should there be a heter on mikra to charge? It's also have to be for free. Since Moshe, you learn out from this pasuk that Moshe taught everyone, so you should learn out ma ani b'chinam afatem nami. It should be going on mikra also. Zat Gemara. That avada taka limud mikra, you're right. It's taka aser takes schar limud mikra. And in the Mishnah, this that the schar is a machlokes. Rav says that the schar that's talking about in the Mishnah is schar shimer. That really they're taking, since the people that they're normally teaching are little kids, so the schar that they're getting is for babysitting little kids, that they shouldn't drazich in the streets and hurt themselves. and again, and just get lost and then be doing the wrong things. So that's what they're really charging for. They're not really charging for teaching them Mikra. But Medrash, which is derech of to teach Gedolim, usually not teaching Ketanim, since they don't need babysitting, so therefore it's also take schar. So that's what Rav learns in Mishnah. That's why Mishnah said specifically spoke about Mikra charging and not Medrash. But Rabbi Yochanan says, Rabbi Yochanan Amar schar pisak ta'amim. This that you're allowed to take schar by limud mikra is for teaching the taimei mikra, because since that's not min hatayr, so therefore it's not included in re'ei limanti eschem chukim and mishpatim. It's not included in chukim and mishpatim, which specifically chukim, laws and mishpatim that Moshe Rabbeinu was commanded to teach the Yidden for free, but to teach them a taimei mikra, about that you're allowed to charge for. Zakti Gemara Tanan. We learned in Mishnah Lamed Hey Beis. If somebody is in Meidar from his friend, Leilam Danu Mikra. So Frakti Gemara Bishloim Lamanda Amar Schar Pisak Ta'amim Bishloim. So the Mishnah said that he's not allowed to. The man is not allowed to teach him Mikra. So Bishloim Lamanda, the reason why he takes Schar is because Pisak Ta'amim Sahainu Leilam Danu. So that's why he should not teach him Mikra. Alamanda Amar. So if the reason why you take schar is because it's teaching him trop, he's teaching him tamei mikra, so that's why the Mishnah said leila and denu, because it's taking schar in it. If he teaches it for free, it comes out he's giving him a no. Alamanda Omar schar shimer, that it's for babysitting. In fact, the Gemara gadol by shimer. Over here we're talking about a gadol. The moed is a gadol, so he doesn't need a shimer. So l'chayra, why is it usher for the madir to teach the moeder for free? L'chari is not giving him any anah. The schar would anyway be for babysitting. In this case, it's not negez. The Gemara b'katan katani. The Mishnah says that he's not allowed to teach a moeder mikra is talking about a katan, and says it's mutter to teach him mikra b'schar. So if you would teach it to him b'chinam, come to us get anah. So he's saying, yeah, the Mishnah is talking about a katan. So, in fact, the Gemara, the Mishnah is talking about the Moiz the Katan, Ema Seifa, saying the Seifa, Abba Malamed as Bana of Mikra. He allowed to teach the kids of the Moider Mikra. In fact, the Gemara of a Katan Bar Banam, who? What do you mean? It's talking about the guy's a Katan, you just said. So, is a Katan able to have kids? So, the Gemara Chasur Machsura, you have to say like this, Lahachi Katani. This is how you have to learn the Mishnah. Lo yalam danu mikra, you should not teach him mikra b'katan. That's talking about a katan. Since he's a bar shimer and he's babysittable, and if you teach him b'chinam, you give him anal. Im hayagadol now zak the Mishnah malamdai loy ulabana. Then you could teach him and his kids, because a gadol you don't have that problem. Mikra, you could teach him and his kids mikra. Zok the Gemara, Frek the Gemara, Meisvei. Gemara asks a kasha. We learned in the Brayso. So Tinoikus leikarim atchil b'Shabbos. You should not teach Tinoikus first thing on Sunday to learn Mikra, because it's something they never learned before. B'tchila b'Shabbos. You should not teach them Mikra that they never learned before. Eloshonim Marishoin. But you could do chazara on Shabbos on what they learned before that, even though it's the first time doing chazara. So the Gemara is assuming, it seems like, that you're not allowed to do that on Shabbos because you're charging for it, so it's working on Shabbos. So the Gemara is saying that they could do chazara on Shabbos. It's not a problem with Tila Schar, but to learn the first time, that would be a problem with Tila Schar. So according to Rabbi Yochanan, that they had to take schar piece of tamim hainu dein karim mitchil b'Shabbos. So that's why it's understood that you cannot teach for the first time mikra on Shabbos, because the ikar tircha of limun on the first time, ikar tircha of teaching is on the first time, and therefore it would make sense if it's a schar piece of tamim. So hainu dein karim mitchil b'Shabbos. Elamanda Amar, according to Rav, that says that the reason why you charge is because schar shimer. So Ibizoy, am I incurring Tchil Shabbos? How come if the first time you're teaching them is on Shabbos, you're not allowed to take schar? Am I showing Rishon? What's the difference the first time you're teaching them, the second time you're teaching them? The Shima or Yuladim, the babysitting is the same thing the first time and the second time. Ha'ika schar shlim Shabbos. Lamaisa you have schar shlim Shabbos either way. Zakti Gemara v'latamech, and according to your reasoning, Rabbi Yochanan, that the reason the Til schar is al Pesach HaTaimim, the Chayr is shver also. Schar Pesach b'Shabbos miyaser. Is there a problem of schar on Pesach Taimim b'Shabbos? Havlahi l'chayr schar that is swallowed up in the rest of this week. It's havlah. V'havlah mishashar. There's halacha of havlah. If it's mixed in together with the charge of the rest of the week, it's mutter. The Tanya, how do we know this? Sentence to Septa Shabbos Perichas Halacha Tezayin Asaychas Apayal Lishmar Satinik. Somebody hires a worker to watch a tinnik from Tuma in order to be able to fill up water from a well. It's Tzarich Kiddush Efer Apara Aduma. We want to keep him tar, or Lishmar Apara. We hire him to watch a para Aduma that it should be loyal oil and should remain kosher, or it should not have a mum. Or Lishmar Zram, or to watch the Zram. In order to bring the Aimer, the halacha about all these also, that if it's a schir yoyim, that kabel schar on every single day separately, einus and schar Shabbos, you're not allowed to pay him for Shabbos. Why? Because you're not allowed to pay him each day for itself. You're not allowed to pay him Shabbos for itself. But so kumtais Shabbos is really free. So therefore, leficham abdu. If on Shabbos he loses the thing that he's watching, he has a din like a shemachinam because he doesn't get paid. It's part of aveda. The imha is schir Shabbos, and if he's schir Shabbos, meaning that he gets paid for the week, he gets paid once a week for the whole week, or he's a schir chodesh, he gets paid for the whole month, so not by the day, not by the month, or schir shana, he gets paid salary for the whole year, or schir shavua. Schar Shabbos, then you could give him Schar Shabbos because Schar Shabbos is not Nicker Bifnei Atzma. It's Muvla in the rest of the days. And Lafichacham Avdu, in such a case, if it gets lost, he'd be Chai Rechayusin because technically he's getting paid. He would have done like Hashem Esachar. It's Chai B'Gnei Aveda. So you see from this, what do you see from this, Bekitzer? That it's mutter to take Schar Shabbos behavla if it's included in other days, and it's not getting paid specifically for the day of Shabbos. So what the Gemara is trying to say with this whole thing, and it's not yitachet to say that the reason why you can't teach Neikas on Shabbos because the Isser Atil Schar Shabbos as Pesach time because l'chayru you have a simple heter around that, and that is with Havlah. So Zakti Gemara, Ella Gabi Shabbos. So what's the reason? Why is Taka Asar to teach Tinoikus first time on Shabbos? Because since the fathers are available on Shabbos to play with the kids and pay attention to them, and if they're going to be learning, the kids are going to be learning new things on Shabbos, then the fathers may come to, we're afraid that they're going to be so busy, caught up with the learning, it's going to be the first time, they're going to be so involved with it, and the father's going to be around to wait for them, and it's going to be spot on with the Seder Shabbos, and they're not going to show up for the Suda Shabbos on time, and so it's going to be spot on with the Seder Shabbos. That's why the Brisa said that no, you should not teach them the first thing on Shabbos. Another Shavi by saying, the kids eat and drink more than normal, v'yakir alehoin alma, and their bones are heavy on them, and they can't really learn a new thing that needs a lot of iyun, because they're so full and makes them weak and tired. Like Shmuel says, shinu vest techilas cholim ma'ayim. A difference in the hergel achila, a change in diet, is goyrim for cholim ma'ayim, for stomach issues. So now, Zakti Gemara, or Lamanda Amar, according to the Manda Amar, Schar Pesach Tamim, according to which is Rabbi Yochanan Shita, the heter to charge teaching children is because he's teaching them time maker. My time alay Amar, Schar Shimi. Well, how come he didn't learn like Rabbi Schar Shimi? Like the Mark Savar, Rabbi Yochanan held that it's takashayich by kids that need shimmer, but banois mika ba'ayin shimmer, do girls need shimmer? L'chayr, it's not derech katanis to go out and run around the streets, so don't make so much trouble. So they should be also to take schar and schar limir banis. So that's why Rabbi Yochanan held that you have to come on to schar pisuk taima. Zok the Gemara Lamanda Amar, according to Rav, that says the heter is al schar shimmer. My time Amar Rabbi Yochanan, one is Rabbi Yochanan. That the heter is al schar pisuk tamim. Zok the Gemara Ksavar pisuk tamim deraisa. He holds that the learning of Taimei Mikra is min atayra, and since it's min atayra, the chayr is included in min atayra, and it would also be aser to say schar. So apparently, like the more you have machlekes, Rabbi Yochanan is learning Taimei Mikra, is that min atayra or is that not min atayra? Zogt the Gemara weiter. The Amar of Ikar bar Oven. Oh, it looks like a continuation actually. And Zogt the Gemara, the Amar, where do we see this? The Amar of Ikar bar Oven said, Amar of Hanan Amar Rav, Ma'idich Sev, this that it says in Nehemiah Perek Ches Pasuk Ches, Vayikru b'Sefer Torah Shelikim Afayrosh, V'Soim Sechel Vayavinu Mikra. So we dash like this: Vayikru b'Sefer Torah Shelikim. They read in Sefer Torah Shelikim. What's that going on? Zeh Mikra. Zeh Mikra. Mafayrosh is going on Targum, which explains the Mikra. The Soim Sechel Elo Apsukim. That's going on the Nakudis, that space between every pasuk, to space the different inyanim in the parshas. Vayavinu b'mikra is a pisuk ta'amim. And understanding the mikra, that's going on the Taimei mikra with the nagina, with the trop, to understand every word, if it goes before it or afterwards. So we see that. What do you see from this? You see in Nehemiah, this pasuk in Nehemiah Perek Ches Ches, you see it's talking about Taimei Nagin. It's talking about Taimei Psukim, Taimei Mikra. So it's Much Deraisa. So the Gemara, the Amrilei, the ones that argue in Rav and say it's not Deraisa. So they say this, that it says Vayavinu Mikra doesn't mean Taimei Mikra. It means Elam Mesiris. It's going on the words that are chaser or extra, which are given over b'Mesira. That's what Yavinu Mikra is going on. It's not going on trop. Zok Gemara Vaita. Amar Rabbi Yitzchak. Rabbi Yitzchak says Mikra Seifrim. The way to read the Torah, the way it was given over to, the way our Rishonim gave over to us, the Mesirat, how to read the Psukim, which is called Seifrim, Mikra Seifrim. The Iter Seifrim is extra words that are not needed in order to understand the sugya, and the only reason why it was written is only to make the lashon stronger. V'karyan v'lo ksivan. Words that are written but they don't say in the Torah. Ksivan v'lo karyan. Words that are written in the Torah but they're not written. All these things, halacha Moshe Sinai, we makabel from Moshe Sinai, and he gave it over to Yidden exactly what's done in those, when you have those situations. Talking about Mikra Seifrim, what's an example of Mikra Seifrim where we have a Messiah from Rishonim how to read something? Eretz, Shamayim, Mitzrayim, which in these words, depending on where these words are in the order of a pasuk, that would depend on how you read it. If it's in the middle of a pasuk, then you read it Eretz, Shamayim, or Mitzrayim. But at the end of a pasuk, you would read it Aretz, Shamayim, and Mitzrayim. At the end of the pasuk, you read it differently. Okay, so that is an example of Mikra Seifrim. What's an example of Iter Seifrim? That extra words that you don't need for Havana. Zok Gemara, like we had in Bereshis Perek Yud Ches, V'sadu lebchem achar tavayru. Or it says Teishav hanari tanu yamu asar achar telech. So it's extra. It doesn't have to say, it says she's going to be there 10 days. It says afterwards go. Then it says in Bereshis Chavdal, Tisagar Shavaz Yam Chuzal Machna, Ve'achar Teyasef. That's actually by Midbar, I think that's by Mitzera. And then Pasuk Atelim, Kin Musharm, Achar Noiganim. In all these cases, it did not have to say the word Achar. Rather, should have just said, Sabu Libchem, V'tavayu. It doesn't say Achar to and after. Okay. And so too the pasuk Tzidkascha Kaharei Kel. So the word, the extra, the kaf is extra. You don't have to say Tzidkascha Keharei Kel. You could have just said Tzidkascha Harei. Your tzidkas is Harei Kel. Just like the pasuk finishes off saying in that pasuk, it says Mishmetecha Tehoim Rabba. It doesn't say Kitoim Rabba. So that's extra. That's Iter Seifrin. Karyam Lake Sivan. What's an example of things that are read a certain way, but they don't say like that in the Torah? Zakti Gemara, pros. Which is in Shmuel Beis, Parachas Pasuk Gimel, it says, Lech Telahasha Yadai B'Nahar Pros. And also the word Ish in Shmuel Beis, Parachas Zayin, the Kasha Yishal Ish B'Dvar Alikim. Ba'im, in Yirmiyah, Perak Lamed Al Pasuk Lamed Zayin, the Nivnasa Hine Yamam Ba'im No Mashem and Nivnasa Yer Lashem, and the word La in also in Yirmiyah Perak Nona Hashmino Baba Ramin Koderka Kashes Chano Aleh Savav Al Yihi La Plata. So it's read La, and the word S in the pasuk in Rus Perak Beis the Hugad Li Kashi says Chamoisech. It's written as, it's read as Chamoisech, but it doesn't say that. Eli in the pasuk also in Rus. The Hagayra Temelai Eli Kash Temi Eli Esa. Eli also in Rus in Paragimel it says the Hasayim. But Temes Shesh Hasayim Ha'Eli Nasan Li Ki Amar Eli Al Tabayi Rega B'Chamoisech Halein. So like the Gemara, all these words that we just listed, Karyam Liksivan, it's written, but it's read like that, but it actually does not say like that. So it's Halach L'Moshe Missinai. Zok the Gemara weiter, Uchsimu L'Karyam. Where do you have that it's written, but however you don't read it like that? The Gemara, like no, in Malachim Beis Parak Hey Yitches says B'Shtacha V'Yasi Beis Rimoin Yislach No Hashem la'abdecha badavar hazeh. So it's written no, but apparently they don't read it like that. In another case is the word zois. It says zois hamitzvah achukim mishpatim dvarim parak vav, and you don't read the word zois. And also yidroich in Yirmiyah parak nun aleph al yidroich hadarech kashtoi, but you don't read the word. You do not read the word yidroich. Chamesh in the Cheskol Mem Ches Tezayin. Ufas Negev Chamesh Meis V'Arbas Alafim. The word im in Rus Paragimel the Chi Goyel B'Adik Yamnam Ki Im Goyel Anoichi Halein Ksiim Like Hayin. So all of these they say like that, but you do not read the words. You leave that out when you read it.